Let's talk about a magnet. And how does this magnet help you with shooting, or can it make you better with shooting? Let's talk about this Divtec magnet and see how it works out. Let's start off with what you get when you order this little magnet. Now obviously when you order, you can either order it all the same color or you can mix it up. Any combination that you want. If you want a custom cap, you just contact them and send them what you want for the custom cap to say. So like when I ordered this one, it just has their company name, Divtec, on it. The one that's on my competition belt, it actually has 𝐿 Tactical on it. Now of course, they actually expressed to me that they can do various different options on this. So I have yet to send them my logo so he can actually play around with it and see how that will work. But if you have something specific that you want to put on the cap, you can actually do that as well. So it doesn't have to say Divtec on it. It can say whatever you want it to say on the cap. And also with the color combinations. So now, also as I stated, once you order this, like I said, you get the cap, the magnet, and the accessory piece that it sits on, and it goes on your belt as well. So the setup of this bracket, it works with the competition belts being 1.5 inches. And when you actually order it, you actually get a second plate for the back. Because a lot of times, if you don't read the instructions that come with the little magnet, a lot of people will have the tendency to tighten these screws down too tight, which is going to bust the first bracket, and then you have a second one that's already in play. One of the things you got to look at is how can this help you out when it comes to shooting? For me, I realized quickly how important this can be so you don't get confused when it comes to shooting. And this is why I say that. When it comes to competition shooting, this is my competition belt. And from right here, these are my magazine pouches. This is the Divtec magnet. And when the command is given to make ready, first thing is, before even going up, I put a loaded magazine on the Divtec magnet. So when the RO gives me the command, make ready, I go ahead and I pull this off, insert it into the firearm. All right. Now, after I run a stage, I'm going to get the command, if you are finished, unload and show clear. Now I'm going to take the magazine out of the firearm. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the Divtec magnet. When I'm walking around and I pick up my other magazine, if there was a reload that had to be executed on that stage, I'll go ahead and take that same magazine and put on the magnet as well. So now when I walk back to my gear, anything that's on the magnet, when I walk off the stage, I have to reload. All right. So that's just one example that you can do that works out for me, because of the fact there's been plenty of times when I would take the magazine, put it back in the pouch, and I forgot to reload it. This whole setup is 3D printed, but it's not your regular 3D printed material. So if you're into 3D printing, you have your PLA and those filament. Well, this right here is a high impact filament, so it is shock resistant. So therefore it will actually stand up to the test of time, regardless of how rough you are with it. You can't be too rough with it, but it can take a beating somewhat, you know. So when you look at it from that standpoint, I don't feel like just playing with this is cheap, or it comes across as being cheap. But I've been pulling on this stuff, and I'm going to show you here, whereas I'm put the magnet on my safe and I'm trying to pull it off. This magnet is pretty strong, you know what I'm saying? So even if you sit right here with this magazine and it's loaded with dummy rounds, I put it up, you heard it click on. I wasn't slamming it on, that was the magnet pulling it. But at the same time, I can go ahead and pull it off, but I got to put some real force into it. But once again, I'm just going to show you. That is a strong magnet. But now what I did discover, and also after talking with Nate, it's probably easier to get this magnet off by just sliding it. Good people, once again we're going to go ahead and show you the strength of this Divtec magnet, and you're going to see how strong this actually is. So you saw like how it just smacked on there. So now me trying to pull this off, whoa, that was not an act. Right? This magnet is really strong. So once again, I'm just going to show you how strong that really is. Now, of course, going to pull it off. Like I said, if you look at the expressions of my hand, this joker is that's strong. So the easiest way to get it off is, once you throw it on, just slide it. That'll probably be the easiest way to handle a magnet of this magnitude. You know what I'm saying? So once again, let's head back up to 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿 and let's finish talking about this impressive magnet that's before us. Now, if you will head on over to Divtec and you place an order, use the code M-W Tactical and receive 10% off of your order. All right, so once again, head on over to this website. Then again, use this code right here and get 10% off of your order. Divtec definitely made my shooting experience a whole lot easier. So head on over to Divtec and see what they have to offer for you. Keep shooting, keep practicing, and have fun. Y'all be safe out there now.